Do you know, following your Swa-dharma or your sacred duty is the most important karma to do in this life. In the next verse 31 of chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan Shri Krishna tells Arjun that as you are a Kshatriya or a warrior, it is your Swa-dharma or your sacred duty to fight. Each one of us who has taken birth on this earth has a Swa-dharma or a sacred duty, and doing that sacred duty is the best karma to do for each one of us. We shall go very deep into this important knowledge, which will enable us to improve our lives and to become the best version of ourselves. So stay with us till the end. And if you have not subscribed till now, I suggest you to subscribe so that you do not miss out on the forthcoming lectures in this series. But before we start, kindly allow me to pay my gratitude to my Guru. Om Hrom Shri Kanhaiya Lal Sharmaye Namaha. Om Shri Guruve Namaha. Bhagwan Shri Krishna says, Swa-dharma api chavekshya na vikampitum arhasi dharmyadi yuddhashrayo ant kshatriyasa na vidyate. Lord Shri Krishna tells Arjun that as you are a Kshatriya or a warrior, it is your Swa-dharma or your sacred duty to fight. Therefore, you should not vikampitam or waver from fighting. Indeed, for a warrior, there is no better engagement than fighting for dharmyadi, for upholding of righteousness. Swa-dharma is one's duty as an individual in accordance with the Vedas. There are two kinds of Swa-dharmas as prescribed by the Vedas for the individual. So first is paradharma or our spiritual duties, and the second is aparadharma or material duties. To love and to serve God and God's creation with all devotion is called paradharma. You know, these are the duties when one sees himself as a soul and as part of that one consciousness. However, since we have taken up a physical body also in this lifetime on the earth, the Vedas also prescribe duties at the bodily level. So these duties are defined according to one's ashram, that is the station in life, and varna, which means the occupation. So they are called aparadharma or our mundane duties. So by occupation, Arjun is a Kshatriya or a warrior. So his occupation is to fight for the protection of righteousness. Lord Shri Krishna is calling this as Swa-dharma or prescribed duty at the mundane level or the bodily level. If you notice, during the previous shlokas, Lord Shri Krishna is giving a very logical justification to Arjun that the soul is immortal and indestructible. Therefore, he should not lament and he must fight this battle to restore dharma. Now, from this shloka onwards, Lord Shri Krishna is telling Arjun to fight because it is his duty or Swa-dharma to fight as a Kshatriya to uphold dharma. You know, Lord Shri Krishna is a guru of gurus, a teacher who uses all different kinds of ways to convince his student to carry on his rightful duty. Though Lord Krishna is talking to Arjun, but there is a message to all of us also. All of us are spiritual warriors in this earthly life. And as part of this spiritual and righteous duty, The spiritual warrior should fight the enemy of ignorance and acquire wisdom. If you notice, the system of varnashram pervades all aspects of our lives. Wherever there is any kind of administration involved. Varnashram is not only there in our social life, but it's also there in our physical body. It is there at the national governance level and even in our spiritual progression level. For example, if you consider man's bodily kingdom, our bodily kingdom. So our life is supported by various parts of the body. The head, the skin, the hands, the feet. The feet provide our basic labor and service in the form of support and locomotion of the whole body. Our skin and all the indriyas or the sense organs, they communicate with the outer world. The hands, they act as shields to protect the body from harm, and they provide for its need and the food. The head, with its mental faculties, provides the intelligence for maintaining a wise and a harmonious kingdom. This is a kingdom of trillions of cells. So if you notice, man has instinctively brought in a similar system in his outer society also. Each nation has its intellectual and spiritual people or Brahmins. Each nation has its soldiers and rulers or Kshatriyas, its businessmen or the Vaishyas, and its working class or the laborers. The caste system in India originally evolved as a division of labor in the society and in the governance. For a nation to run effectively, the intellect and the spiritual class, the Kshatriyas or the soldiers and the rulers, the Vaishyas or the manufacturing and the business class, along with the grassroots workers, they all should cooperate to run a successful economy of a country. In India, the caste system was originally based on the innate qualities of the people. All had a respected and a necessary place in the society. But it was only later on, through ignorance, that the caste system got transformed into a very rigid hereditary system. There is another interpretation of a spiritual interpretation of the caste system that applies to the natural classes of humanity. Every human being belongs to one of the 4 natural castes according to his predominant quality. Who can be called as Shudra? The real Shudra is the one who is a slave of the senses. And because of his complete surrender to his senses, he becomes a materialist and an egoist who even doubts the existence of God. He is the real Shudra. Vaishya is the one who is fighting ignorance and cultivating wisdom. A Kshatriya is one who is fighting his sense attachments and he's fighting his negative thoughts. A Kshatriya is victorious when he finally establishes control over his senses and rules with the power of self-control. A Brahmin is the one who is aligned with the noble qualities of universal love, of Satya and Ahimsa. He possesses the knowledge of spirit through communion with God. According to the spiritual interpretation of the bodily kingdom, the man who has surrendered to his senses and ego mind is a Shudra, or he is in the Shudra state of mind. If he is in the Shudra state of mind, he should try to gain control over his senses. He must recognize that his senses are his servants, not his masters. The duty of the devotee who is in the cultivation or Vaishya state of spirituality is to weed out the ignorance and to sow the seeds of wisdom within the field of consciousness. In the Kshatriya state, the spiritual warrior must do his utmost to protect his mental kingdom from invasion of negative forces of ego, of lethargy and of senses. He then naturally evolves higher into the Brahmin state of God realization. So this shloka of Bhagavad Gita has a special reference to the duty of a spiritual man who has attained the Kshatriya state. Just as it is the Swa-dharma or righteous duty of a Kshatriya to fight fearlessly to defend his homeland from evil invading forces, similarly, we must fight the negative mental forces of ego and complacency. Through Arjun, Lord Shri Krishna is addressing all of us that our duty lies in fighting these momentarily pleasurable sense attachments that arise out of our body consciousness. Do not waver. Awaken the soldiers of discrimination and meditative calmness. Assemble them on the battlefield of introspection and defeat the invading forces of sense attachment. Only those who are able to defeat their own sense attachments, only those who are able to defeat their kleshas, as Maharshi Patanjali mentioned in the Yoga Sutra, avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, abhinivesha, klesha. Only those people are able to design an extraordinary life for themselves. And if you wish to learn more secret to design an extraordinary life, you can join my free workshop whose link is given below. I am your brother guide to prosperity, and my mission is to help you realize the dreams of your life and to help you achieve something worthwhile in life for which your family, your parents and your children can be proud of. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.